Hi, this is Amy with Toolbox Tarot, and I'm here to do a reading for today, Monday 1st of October through Sunday, the 7th of October, 2018. Normally I do this a day or so ahead of time, but I didn't get it done this weekend. So this time I'm using the Gypsy Palace Tarot by Nora Russian K name. I can't remember. That's okay. The Gypsy Palace. It's something you can get on Etsy. I got it used through Tarot Marketplace. So I'm going to just try to be really speedy. And so I'm getting ready for work. What's that? That's death. Interesting. I haven't looked at that card yet. Death of my weekend, that's for sure. Here goes my breakfast. You hear that ding in the back? What's that one? Oh my goodness, I need to get my glasses on. I will in a minute here. Can't tell what that is. It's dark. And this is a brand new deck for me. Oh, that's the Hanged Man. My goodness. So far we've got some swords. Oh, Seven of Swords. What is Seven of Swords? Oh, I know what that is. All right. So, death could mean death, but I'm not really a predictive kind of person. But in my estimation, death generally means just a hard end to something. And when I say just, I don't mean that. It's a hard end to something. Something comes to an end that you can't come back from. Oh my gosh, look, there's like a little cat all twisted around in a circle. And I feel like, what is going on? I don't know. And then Seven of Swords is usually about it. It's the Thief card, and usually it means like you're cheating yourself through the way that you're thinking about things. But it could mean that you're like stealing someone else's ideas, perhaps not being honest in some way. And then the Hanged Man is where you are willing to make sacrifices of comfort in order to gain a new perspective. So let's see here. 13 and 12. That's interesting, isn't it? 13 and 12. And then a 7. So 1 and 3 is 4. And 1 and 2 is 3, which makes a 7. Oh, I don't even know. I don't know about numerology. I just know that that makes me, just bear with me, just as a way of thinking about this. The Major Arcana cards holds more weight than the numbered card, right? They speak to where you are on like a larger spiritual, through a larger spiritual lens, what you're learning about. And the numbered cards just are a snapshot of everyday life kind of thing. Look at this guy reaching in her pocket. See him? This little woolly dude. He's like, I'll take that. And this person, I think it's interesting that this one leg is so much larger than the other. I think that must be just I don't know. But there's looks like a sleeveless dress that also kind of looks like, because the Hanged Man is often shown upside down, like it kind of looks like somebody's knees, because I'm used to seeing someone upside down. And then the Death card. Okay, well, let's see. It is not even, well, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, so we'll see if I can get my brain up and around here. Death and sacrifice. New perspective. Okay. That would be an interesting to think about. Just how these two relate numerically, as far as how you're thinking about leveling up through the different steps of the major arcana, and you go from being willing to sacrifice your comfort in order to learn something new. And then the next thing is, I guess, a death of the way that you saw things before, perhaps, or death of the way, like this new perspective from the Hanged Man brings an end to what it was that you had going before. And then maybe you're fooling yourself about whether you can carry on with the way that you thought things were before you saw the Hanged Man, before you put yourself in that position to see things differently, or you realize that you had been fooling yourself before this introspection knowledge brought you to the end of this place that you were before you gained your perspective over here. But this is about thieving, stealing something. I think that's about as good as I can get here. So this week, there's an opportunity for you to look at something that to dig in, to make yourself uncomfortable by just being still and being present and seeing what comes to you. That's the essential thing about the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man doesn't go to this place to learn a specific thing. They go to a place, or they put themselves in an uncomfortable position. Whether they find themselves, they are going along their merry way, and then they realize that they've gotten themselves in an uncomfortable position. But because it's the Hanged Man, when you find yourself in this uncomfortable position, this says to stop and to sit there and to learn what you can learn from being uncomfortable. And it's foolish to try to set out and say, when I'm in this uncomfortable position, I'm going to learn this, because that's you still trying to hold on, fooling yourself, stealing the opportunity from yourself. So don't do that. But really try to just be present and open to whatever it is that you can learn from the position you find yourself in that makes you uncomfortable. And then I mean, just a hard end to something. I don't know which comes first, but maybe don't fool yourself. If you see a hard end to something, don't bend yourself out of shape to try to fool yourself into thinking that it isn't the hard end. I mean, when it comes to death, the death card, a hard end is a hard end, and this is the ultimate one. I mean, there's other hard ends in the tarot, like the Ten of Swords, for example, and the Tower to some extent. But all of the hard ends in tarot really just mean a clearing things out of the way so that you can see something completely new. You can have room for what's next. So don't cheat yourself out of that either. I guess that's the reading for this week. Thanks for watching and listening, and make the most out of it. Make the most out of it. Thanks a lot. Take care.